Have you ever been in someone's presence and felt the air tighten? No shouting, no insults, just a subtle friction that made your chest constrict, your breath shorten, and your thoughts race. You stayed calm on the outside, but inside, a fire grew. Hours later, the perfect reply arrived, too late. The Stoics knew this well. They understood that our first reaction to a person isn't always about them. It's our own nature colliding with theirs. That instant judgment, I won't get along with this person, often forms before a single real conversation. When we let that reaction steer us, reason fades. We stop hearing clearly, and even small conflicts can drain our peace, trust, and will to keep trying. We can't control others, but we can control how we meet them, whether we get pulled into their storm or remain where the air is still. 1. Escape the label trap. We label people quickly: the distracted coworker, the one-upper, the gossip, the pessimist. These impressions, as Marcus Aurelius warned, can trap us. They shape our reactions and silently dictate how much of ourselves we give away. I once worked with a man everyone called the Stone Wall. He rarely spoke, smiled, or acknowledged others. Months later, during a crisis, he was the first to act: calm, decisive, reliable. The stone wall became a fortress. Seneca reminded us we suffer more in imagination than in reality. Labels keep us replaying offenses, letting imagined faults rule our peace. The fix: notice the tension, steady your breath, and let judgment pass without fastening it to the person. Guard your mental gates. No neighbor, co-worker, or friend's flaws are worth surrendering your composure. 2. See through behavior. We often judge others by actions, but ourselves by intentions. A colleague who stands their ground is stubborn unless they are our ally, then they are steadfast. I mediated between two managers, Bill and Ted. Each convinced the other was the obstacle to progress. Bill thought Ted interrupted constantly. Ted was told by his boss to seek Bill's expertise. Reading each other's perspectives dissolved months of tension. The conflict wasn't character, it was misread intention. Before judging, ask why they acted as they did. It's not excusing, it's understanding the terrain. People, like wood, have a grain. Ignore it and you risk splintering the relationship. 3. Predict to stay calm. Uncertainty unsettles us. Marcus Aurelius began each day expecting obstacles, removing the power of surprise. Once you recognize patterns, you can meet them without being rattled. I knew a manager who started every meeting with criticism. The first time, it ruined my day. Later, I learned to expect it and to ignore it after 5 minutes when the tone shifted. It became morning chill, not the day's forecast. Seneca said, "He suffers more than necessary, who suffers before it is necessary." Prediction isn't cynicism, it's preparation. Expect the interruption, critique, or exaggeration, and let it pass over you like rain on oiled cloth. 4. Influence without forcing. Directly attacking someone's faults only raises defenses. Marcus Aurelius advised instructing kindly, showing truth without hostility. Turn you into we. We're having trouble communicating, open space for cooperation. Recognition also works. Even the most difficult people soften when genuine effort is acknowledged. A man known for constant criticism once delivered a brilliant report. A simple that was excellent changed how he engaged afterward. Influence isn't control, it's planting seeds. Inclusive language, small acknowledgments, and self-awareness make it harder for others to keep seeing you as the enemy. 5. Steady in heated moments. Strong words can make your body react before your mind decides. Heart racing, muscles tense. Epictetus said it's not events that disturb us, but our judgments. A deep, slow breath signals there is no lion here, only words. Pausing isn't retreat, it's sharpening the blade before the next stroke. Count to 10, not through clenched teeth, but as a deliberate reset. We're both passionate about this. Let's slow down can shift the tone instantly. The Stoic mind refuses to consent to disturbance. Slowing down lets you see opportunities for understanding that haste hides. 6. Separate person from action. It's easy to label someone toxic when it's really a behavior, not their entire being. A chronic interrupter I knew wasn't arrogant. He grew up where loudness was survival. Addressing the habit, not condemning the man, kept our work functional. Why should we change ourselves? Because the alternative is surrendering peace to someone else's flaws. As Seneca said, we can't make others kinder or wiser, but we can stop depending on their change for our stability. Every spark they throw at you is a choice. Feed it into a fire or stamp it out before it grows. The measure of success with difficult people isn't how many you've corrected. It's how often you've stayed calm, clear, and unshaken. Final truth. Peace, once lost, is harder to regain than to protect. Our days are too short for battles that change no one. The behavior of others is beyond our control. Our own is not. Guard it. Shape it. Let it be the example that outlasts irritation. When you stand steady in difficulty, you show the world, and maybe even the other person, that there is another way to live. Your peace is your most valuable possession. Protect it like your health. Choose composure over reaction, clarity over chaos, and you'll always stand in the stronger place.